let's make that smothered cabbage. Let's get it. We're gonna start off by browning about a pound of bacon and a pound of smoked sausage. All right, we got it all browned up. We're gonna get it out of this pot, get it in a bowl. All right, we got one head of cabbage. We're gonna get it chopped up. All right, we got our bacon and our sausage out. Now it's browned up. We got one large cabbage diced up. We're gonna leave that bacon grease and sausage grease in there. And we're gonna come in here and let this all mix up good, get a little oil on all of it. And we're gonna start cooking it down. All right, so we've got this covered in that bacon grease and sausage grease. You just want to cook it low and slow with the lid off a little while. We're gonna put a little seasoning on there. Y'all know what we're playing with. Sauce bone. And we're just gonna let this cook for a while. Then we're gonna come back and we're gonna add a little moisture, put the lid on it, and let it smother down. Alright, so now we got our cabbage starting to cook down a little bit, about 50% of the way of being soft. We're gonna add this old bacon and sausage back in there. Don't be scared to get the rest of that bacon grease in there. We're gonna give that a little stir. Ooh, I wish y'all could smell that. Then we'll be cooking rooster tomorrow. Now we're gonna take and put the lid on here. Keep it on a low heat. And we're gonna let that smother down for about 30 to 40 minutes. Every now and then give it a little stir and a checking. We got the heat pretty low. And give it a stir. See that old bottom starting to look good. Now about this point, I like to, you don't have to, I like to take about maybe a tablespoon or two of sugar. Sprinkle on there. It doesn't make it sweet. It just kind of takes that bite out of it. Now we're going to put the lid back on and we'll check it again in about 15 minutes. We'll give it a little stir, make sure it ain't sticking. Like I said, we're cooking on a low heat. Again, we're just going to put the lid on and let it smother down. Alright guys, so at this point, you can tell it's starting to dry up a little bit on the bottom, starting to get a little darker, which is what I like. Now I'm still not going to add any liquid because it's still very moist. Again, I'm just going to put the lid on it. And I'm going to keep that lid tight, and that's what smothering considered, is when you leave that lid on tight and it just keeps the moisture inside and it actually builds moisture, and that way it don't dry and burn up. Alright guys, so this has been smothering, checking it every so often. This has been smothering for about an hour, and that's about the outcome right there. Let's see what it tastes like.